In 2007, the results of the Kenyan national election were contested and intertribal violence broke out all over the country. More than 1,200 people were murdered and hundreds of thousands ended up internally displaced. One group of approximately 6,000 people ended up in the town of Notre, about 200 kilometres northwest of Nairobi. The UNHCR established a camp for them, and this is what they've called home for the past 7 years. In 2010, a New Zealand woman, Cassandra Treadwell, set up a Sydney-based NGO called So They Can. She managed to raise about $150,000, went to the elders of the camp and asked what she could do to support them. They asked her for a school, recognising that education was really the only way to break the poverty cycle. In May 2010, the Aberdare Rangers Primary School opened its doors to 120 fully sponsored students. That same year, 2 Notre Dame students, both studying to be teachers, volunteered at the school. Since then, we've developed a long-term, sustainable and mutually beneficial relationship based around the concept of service learning. And in 2014, we sent 48 students, a doctor and 5 staff.
Jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani, nzuri sana.
It's all well and good to have a planning day back at Notre Dame on campus, but to physically be in the environment of a classroom that's so different to anything that you've experienced, you have to be quick, you have to think on your feet, you have to make decisions, you have to take control and be really confident. And I think that's been one of the steepest learning curves I've seen on the trip in terms of their teaching abilities.
I was in a Year 5 classroom last week and I had a bunch of kids that were sitting up at the back every single day, 5 or 6 of them. They were about 13, 14 years old, they just didn't want to be there, they just didn't like the activities. And I think towards the last couple of days I really cracked them and earned their respect by learning a bit of Swahili, by singing a song they liked.
What song did you sing?
It was Kama Usipende Yesu Seme Amen. And they really respected me after I learned that song.
When I first got here and saw that in our homestay we had a drop toilet and no shower, I put myself down. I was like, how am I going to do this? Yeah. But by the second day I was like, fuck it, same thing as the shower, it's all the same end result, they just have their different methods of doing it.
Even the moments where I've been bawling my eyes out, overly emotional, and when I've been so tired or if I've been a little bit under the weather, I've still loved every second of it. I don't know, I don't want to go home.
I want to talk to you about a concept called abundance. And abundance is this idea that our cup overflows. What we've been given, what we have, is more than we need.
I knew it was going to be intense before coming here, particularly in the camps and the dump site, but actually coming here, it's just unbelievable how they live. It's just made me question how I've lived my life and when I've taken a lot of things for granted.
Before the trip I thought I am grateful for the things I have and the way I live, but every place you've seen, every child, the smiles just don't stop, which I find incredible.
Your generation gets a rough time for being self-centred and inward-focused. You guys are a true representation of the fact that that's not always the case.
88 beats per minute.
What you're going to experience in the classrooms here and in the clinic and up in the village is something very special, something that will stay with you for life. And as Natalie said to me this morning over breakfast, allow this to become a defining moment in your life.